What in the world is going on with the market today? What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. One moment we're selling off, another moment the market is now recovering. Let's go ahead and quickly talk about it. So if you are feeling anything like myself, it's been a pretty slow morning. I feel like market has kind of lacked direction. Right in the open, market's pushed up. I'm sure a lot of you guys heard the news that today the government is officially supposed to open, acted as a positive catalyst. Okay, cool, right? Pushed up, tested highs of 622, ended up getting rejected. Why did the market sell off? I feel like people are beginning to see through kind of the BS that Trump is beginning to state right now. And this is an update on his $2,000 tariff dividend. For those that haven't checked it out, President Trump says that all leftover money from a $2,000 tariff dividend, which is a stimulus check, will be used to pay down the national debt. It just doesn't make sense. And I really like this take. We quickly talked about it yesterday, and I agreed on a lot of these points. The math on this doesn't add up. Tariff revenue is paid by importers, and then that is passed down to consumers on higher prices. It's common sense. If you know anything about how tariffs or taxes work, they will always eventually get passed down to the consumer. So you're essentially taxing American people to now give them checks. Then you are using the supposed leftover money to pay off the debt. If tariff revenue is high enough for $2,000 checks plus paying down debt, this means that massive import taxes will crush consumer spending and hit record high inflation. Markets won't buy this. And I believe this is why markets began to retrace, because people are beginning to poke holes on the claims that Trump is making versus, what actually is happening. Or it's either inflationary or deflationary. You simply cannot have both. Watch how this is actually structured. The details will matter more than the actual headline. And in my opinion, I think that this is all just to distract the American people. I think this is just to sway people to support tariff revenue, because a lot of you guys know that this week the Supreme Court is supposed to decide if tariffs that Trump has implemented are legal or illegal. And if they are found to be illegal, he will have to return all the tariff revenue that has already been collected, which really sucks for people like you and I, because we've been paying higher prices for a lot of these imported prices, yet we're not the ones that are going to get refunded. Again, just frustrating. But I also really liked this take, because I feel like this is where probably most Americans are at. And you let me know down in the comment section. I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying that I feel like people are just agree to this. And this is Mr. Robinson on X.com. I'll happily take $2,000, but I'll be a fool to believe that it's free money. And I think that's where we all kind of stand for the most part, for those that at least qualify for this. We all know from what we experienced in 2020 to 2022 that the money is never free. We will see record high inflation, and it will add to our deficit. You simply cannot have tariff revenue high enough where not only are you giving everyone a $2,000 stimulus, but on top of that, you are paying the $37 trillion that we are in debt. And again, it contradicts from what Trump is saying to what he's actually done. If he was so focused on paying off our national deficit, he wouldn't be adding to it. And again, there's some things that he does that I do agree with, and there's other things that he just says that just doesn't add up. He can't be against taking away or removing our national debt, but then adding $5 to $10 trillion with the big beautiful bill. That's not an opinion, it's a fact. Feel free to look it up. The big beautiful bill is set to add $5 to $10 trillion in the next 5 years. So why are you claiming to be in support of reducing our national deficit when you're not? You're adding to it. Again, I'm not here to poke a fight. I'm just making sure that you understand what he is saying versus what it is that he's actually doing. We will never reduce our national debt if our actions don't match up with our words, right? That being said, NASDAQ market is retesting previous highs. I believe that markets are a little bit on the overextended side. And the thing that I quickly wanted to show you is this intraday setup that I'm looking at right now. This is Elf Beauty. And for those that do not know, Elf has seen a recent retracement based off of reporting earnings. If you look at this on the larger time frame, it's been consistently bearish, but today it had a nice little gap up. I view it as an overbought reversal. I see it as an intraday short setup. Price action doesn't really support a sell-off right now, but we'll see. We'll see when if markets begin to sell off, if it does support an active sell-off, how this could be something possibly worth trading. At least it could be in my eyes. But again, I'll make sure that I do my part in keeping you guys up to date. If you're part of my LPP team, you'll have access to those updates. The other thing that I want to remind you is we have a really big earnings week. So for those that do not know, you guys can go on the Moomoo trading application and quickly click on earnings calendar. So if you're ever looking or wanting to understand what different companies are reporting earnings, please make sure that you access the earnings calendar, as it will keep you the most up to date and make you aware of all the different companies that are set to report earnings. I do want to remind you that you can have more than one trading application. You don't have to, but if you've been looking for an alternative, right? Maybe you're under the PDT rule. Maybe you have a different intention with this platform. Maybe it's an investment account, whatever the case might be. Moomoo is a more advanced trading platform. Right now, they have a huge promotion. They are offering you up to $1,000 in free NVIDIA stock if you have an initial deposit that qualifies. So again, if you want to learn more about it, it's going to be the first link in the description down below. And you can also earn up to 8.1% APY on any uninvested cash. This is huge, because if you believe that markets are overbought and overvalued and you want to sit cash on your money, by transferring and opening an account and having your money just sit there, you'll earn 8.1% APY, which is way more than any other competitor out there. I would encourage you that even if you are considering opening a separate trading account for a different intention, maybe you already have a trading account, maybe you already have an investment account, but you want one for the opposite, meaning that trading or investing, check it out. Consider Moomoo. First link in the description down below, and make sure you take advantage of the current sale that they have going on. I do want to let you know the link down below is an affiliate link. So again, you earn a few free shares of NVIDIA stock, and I will also earn a few free shares. So again, just want to be open with you guys. So again, that's the first link in the description down below. Other than that, I'll make sure that I do my part in keeping you guys up to date with the government shutdown and everything that is that's happening with the supposed $2,000 stimmy check. You guys let me know down in the comment section what you think. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Remember, today's Monday. Do not put yourself in a position today that you later end up regretting. Tomorrow, it seems like the bond market is going to be closed in observance to Veterans Day. And huge shout out to all those veterans out there. Appreciate your sacrifice and thank you for your service. Do not forget, if you want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow, that's going to be the second link in the description down below. You can sign up today and watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team, and happy Monday.